Okay, what's up, everybody? Sir Juice Manga here, and today I'm back with another little manga haul video for August, and this one's a big one. So, my local Second and Charles had a what is it called? For 5 used books, you could get all of them for a penny a page. So I kind of went nuts, but I got around like 15 to 17 books for under $30. No, under $35. And I looked for like some of the newer ones, so I mean, you can't beat that. I understand it's still $35 and that's kind of hefty, but you go to Barnes & Noble, get 2 books, you're probably spending around $35. So let's get into the manga haul. This might be a long one, so just stay tuned. But first up is Blackbird, Volume 7. It's a shoujo beat. It's an older series. I think it was made in 2006. At my at the bookstore, I found the series 1 through 6, and I found 7 on this little trip. I've read all of it. It's pretty good. If you're into like soap operas, or if you grew up with your parents watching those things, then you would absolutely love this series. It's basically a soap opera in the manga, if I have to put it in short. But next from there, I decided to pick it up. I wasn't going to, because I wasn't sure how I could, because I'm a huge fan of soccer, so you probably already know what series I'm talking about. But as a huge soccer fan, I just didn't know how they would put it in a manga. But just to try it out, simply because I got it for a penny a page, I got the Blue Lock series, Volume 1, and, no, it's terribly out of focus, and there's my whole arm. So, but anyways, yeah, perfect condition for a used book, so I decided to pick it up. And I'm super excited to get into it. I'm a little bit hesitant because I don't know how they're going to do all like the action, the kicking, slide tackling, if there's even that much into it. I have nothing about the series. I heard the anime is fantastic, but I have not even like stepped foot into the Blue Lock universe. So, but I'm excited to get into it. Next is Boruto Next Generations Volume 3. Haven't read Volume 1 or 2 yet, but I'm just waiting. I'm going through the part 1 and 3 of a certain series. Or, well, I guess part 1. That probably narrowed it down to only 1 series. But, we'll save that for another video. But Boruto Next Generations, haven't read it yet. But, once I heard that Boruto was getting a son, he was getting his own series. I don't care how bad people say it is. I'm going to love it. I'm just a huge fan of Naruto in general, so can't wait to finally get to read that series. Okay. Next is Bakuman Volume 3. I bought 1 and 2 a couple weeks ago, but I haven't finished it yet. I haven't started them yet. But I heard it's a fantastic series, and I like a little slice of life, hustling, bustling when you have nothing. So that's what I guess this series is about. Don't ask me what it is. I just know they try to make manga in a competitive work scene. So that just sparked my interest in it, regardless. But on to the next book. We have The Sacred Blacksmith, Volume 3. I read Volume 1. I have 2. And I bought 3. I was going to buy 3 on Amazon for, I think it was like 30 used. But then this was there, and I got it for $1.92. So I saved a shit ton of money just on this series, so I'm super excited to get in that. Attack on Titan Volume 3. As you can see, I found it for $2.08. I have 1 and 2. I've only read 1, but I'm also reading or watching it per friend's request, and he wants me to read it or to watch it before I read it all and spoil myself with it all. But Attack on Titan is phenomenal, and just by the cover, I know exactly what's going to happen in this book, but it's seriously very cool. Great concept, Attack on Titan. So if you haven't watched it or read it, pick up one of them, either the manga or the anime, because it's just a phenomenal series and a phenomenal story. Okay. Talked about... Did I ever talk about it? I'm not sure. But Fire Punch Volume 3, I have 1 and 2. Haven't read 2 yet. But Volume 3, people think the series is weird. They could say what they want about it. I mean, the stuff that's in it is very weird, but storytelling, art is just fucking phenomenal. So anybody who wants to bash me for it can, F themselves, because art is beautiful. You can't get any better than the front cover and the action and everything in it. So there's Fire Punch Volume 3, and now we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 2. I have 0 and 1. Haven't started reading it because I got 1 before 0, and I wanted to read 0 before 1. So I just figured I'd grab 2 because it was in a very solid condition for a used book. So I just added it towards the collection so I could read more than 1 or 2 mangas or volumes of this series. Okay. Next is Chainsaw Man, Volume 3. I haven't not read 1 and 2 yet, but I figured because it's the same author as Fire Punch, and I really enjoy Fire Punch, that this was going to be like around the same boat or a little bit less, weird as far as like things in the series. But super excited for this series when I get around to reading it. Now, this next series, I feel like it's a long time coming. It's in solid condition, but for $2.24, I had to pick it up regardless of its slight yellow pages. It's like it's a little tinted yellow, but it's not terrible, and the cover's in great condition. The Tokyo Ghoul Volume 1. I've heard a crap ton about this series, especially from Boogie Snacks, and I respect the hell out of that man's opinion on manga and, the entire YouTube scene. He does great work. So my whole trust in this series is going out to him. But I'm super excited for this book. This stuff he said, or like his review on Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re, got me excited for it. So I decided to pick it up, especially at the price it was at. So you can't go wrong, I guess, picking this up. All right. Last book off of that big old stack is Fairy Tail Volume 2. I said in my last video that I read 1 and, fell in love with the action, the art, Lucy and Happy. Kind of forgot the other dude's, this guy's name. But, when you read a bunch of mangas at the same time, you tend to forget. But that's just me and having to learn how to read, I guess. But anyways, super excited for this. I had to pick up Volume 2. I was looking for it on Amazon and everywhere else. Didn't want to pay the expensive retail price, but found it for a decent one, I think. Yeah, $2.08. Retails $13.99, I think it says. But anyways, Fairy Tail Volume 2. Very happy to get into it, and this cover's cool as crap. I love the purple linings on the cover or the title. Okay, now for the next stack. Kaiju number 8, found it for $2.04. Have no idea anything about this. I just know it's like a newer series, and it's just now, I guess, getting popularity, getting its own anime. So I figured I'd pick it up, especially for the price I found it at. So when I read it, I'm going to do reviews on all my series that I've read and gotten into. So just stay tuned for that. And yeah, on to the next one. All right. Now this is a series I've kind of fell in love with reading it instead of watching it. And it's all in the art and how the author in translations or whatever have done it. But what a cool ass cover. Volume 6 of My Hero Academia. Goosebumps near tears reading book 4. Um, I have 1 through 5, and yeah, I know this is a very controversial take, but I love My Hero Academia, especially reading it. The manga is so much better than the anime. Fantastic story, fantastic like quotes and everything. I posted on my TikTok, which Sergius Manga, if you want to follow my TikTok. Yeah, I posted something on there about My Hero Academia, and that quote just gave me goosebumps. So I'm a big fan of the series. All right, next, I've seen this thing or this series on Netflix, and for $1.92, and it's always interests me. But for $1.92, I picked up Assassination Classroom Volume 1. I have no idea what it's about. I'm guessing it's probably an assassination school, which if it is a great concept, and I can't wait to read it. Alright. The only sports manga that I've ever bought, simply because it was cheap, was Slam Dunk. I have volume 1 of that. I have now gotten Blue Lock. So I think it's kind of a crime that I wouldn't pick up Haikyuu Volume 1. Don't know much about volleyball. So, apparently it's great. Fantastic. People's #1 mangas. We'll see. I'm going to see. I'm not very big on volleyball or how to turn sport mangas or sports into manga, so we'll just see. I don't know. Maybe it'll change my mind. But this next book, I've seen the anime, I think the first season like 3 times in a row, like back to back. Hunter x Hunter. Wasn't going to pick it up because I know I know all about the exam parts, the Hunter exams and everything. But I think they took it off of Netflix and put it on something else. So I stopped watching it. But you can't go wrong with Hunter x Hunter. Great story, great characters. Everybody flows together fantastically. But I'm super excited to get into Hunter x Hunter. And I know it's kind of bad when you don't know much about other things and you haven't read much manga anyways, so you can't really say much, so I apologize about that. But these next 2 books, I'm going to show one before the other. And that's Bleach Volume 2. I got it for $1.92, and I think I watched Bleach, the first episode, like once when I was in high school. And I just graduated college, so it's been a while since I've experienced anything Bleach. Kind of forgot the whole concept. I think they kill like Ghost or some crap. I don't know. But I was going to pick it up. I was thinking about picking it up in the omnibuses, like I'm doing with Dragon Ball. Just because I know it's big and, a big series, and I'm not trying to spend a crap ton on a big series, and I only got 1 bookshelf. And you guys will see that soon in my collection video at the end of the month. But I just figured I'd grab Bleach now. Especially when I found the anniversary edition for $1.92. I saw that cover, I got a big smile on my face, and I said, yes, please. So I'm going to collect the books in all its fashion and not the omnibuses. All I can say is that's cool as shit. Especially when I looked up the anniversary edition on Amazon. They're selling it for $15, I believe, and I got it for $1.92. So, I mean, it's in great condition. As you can see, there's no, like, whites on the edges or anything like that. So, it's, like, basically a brand new book. So, I'm super excited for these 2. Next, I'm just going to show it, both books at the same time. Blade of the Moon Princess. So, although it was Shonen Jump, so I figured it was new. I got volumes 1 and 2. Got that one in Books A Million for full price. So I did not get this for a penny a page, but I did do this one, and this was $1.82. So, you know, I'm gonna give it a shot. I know nothing about it except from what I seen on the cover. So apparently it's some type of military type thing. But cover looked cool. I like the scroll aspect. I'm guessing it's probably a scroll. But, you know, I like the cover. It seemed interesting, and it's a Shonen Jump. And besides from, you know, your Jujutsu Kaisens, your One Pieces, your Narutos, your Undead Unlocks, I don't really think there's anything shonen that's brand new that's coming out. Besides from... Actually, you know what? I'm too new into manga, which I don't really know what's new from shonen. But I figured this was new. So, you know, we're going with this. And I'm excited to get into it. We're going to see how it is. But, you know, thank you so much for watching me talk about all the books I got. All the new manga. And, yeah. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, or like this video. If you didn't, you know, tell me in the comments. Tell me ways I can improve. You know, I'm very open-minded. I don't have much to work with. I'm not an editor. I don't know how to do that. I don't have a full camera, so everything looks all nice and pristine. So, you know, give me advice of what you guys want to see. But thank you guys so much for watching for this long. And if you have, comment manga so I know that you've watched it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.